Well, let me get the camera on, and fuck. I'm gonna do this while walking. I'm gonna try to multitask. Camera, calculator. All right. So I placed a spreadsheet that explains time from 2026 to the next 4 years. So as time explains, so it goes regular year, 2027 regular year, 2028 leap year, which has a reverse check time, a reverse layout on the letters. I explained the cadence. So A equates to 1 day because it's position 1. B gets 2 days because it's position 2, etc., etc. I did a rolling addition, so A plus B equals 3. Then I took that total and plus 3 is 3 equals 6. Then I added D, 10, etc. And then I did the lower. Well, I think I just did the capital, but we have an upper and lower. So at 26, which whatever that number is, we'll just give it a random number. It's on there. Plus, and then A again gets 1, so that's 27. And then after that, plus 28, etc. I think, yeah. So the number keeps rolling up. And then I did in reverse. I might have messed up, but the numbers are correct. I just don't have the definition of why. The seconds, however, is 60 seconds for every minute. And as you know, that's K, that's the Y. The diagonal upward draws out slightly below the middle. And then the downward diagonal comes out of that upper diagonal. Because every 1 hour is 30 degrees. And every hour there's 60 seconds of 360 rotations, and in each minute is 360 rotations times 24. I got that number. And then, as you know, there's 1,000 milliseconds, a little cue trick to remind you to get workable numbers for a spreadsheet. So we've got 86.4, and then day 2 would be plus 86.4. So that's how it works. So day 3 would be plus 86.4, etc. So that's a basic spreadsheet. Now, I've discussed time many times and little tips and tricks, but if you look back at the calendar when it was created, and the reasons for the names for some of the months, September, which is set, means 7, and then October is 8. Same motorcycle with this music, and then November, which it's a Scottish or something, it's another language, means 9, and then December is 10. Okay, now in 1752, Beg A on September, which is 7, but we now know it is 9, 14. So I'm going to just slide that down. 1491752. As you can see, if you translate it, it is BEG. And then I think I skipped the 1, but that's begin. Or you had the A there, began. All right. Now in 1752, they took September 2nd, which, as you know, 7 in binary is 1111. And they removed 11 days. Okay? So September 7th. So if you place September on the 7 of a dial, and then October at 8, and then November at 9, and then 10, 11 is your next marker. and that should be January, which makes no sense. And then February is right after that on 1-2. But as you can see, if you remember that September was previously on the 7th month, 1-1-1 is 7-2. That's when it starts, and they took out 11 days, okay, to adjust the calendar. Now, so the first day, the number 1 on the clock would be March. So I'm going to type it out in numbers. So M is 13, 1. So that's M-A-R, 8. Okay. So their calendar year back then actually ended on March 28th. All right, but before we get that, well, I'll go ahead and do that real quick. The last 2, or the end point, was 3 times 8. It's 24. So March 24. All right, so we got 1-3-1, 1-8. Okay. On a full day, 2 rotations on the clock. That's 2 rotations of 12, 1 day. 1 will appear, and then it'll be at the 13 marker on military time. That's how you differentiate AM from PM. So then we got the next one was April. So you're like, that structure makes no sense. Before we jump to that, it would be April is on the 2, and then May is on 3. So it's 1, 3, 1, 2, 5. Okay? Specifically, Y-A-M. 3 letters. 3rd number on the dial. Makes perfect sense, right? All right, so we got April, A, 6, 1-8, 9. I forget this one. 1-2. All right, let's do May real quick because this is a larger number. I'm not getting into that real quick. That talks about August and stuff, but May is 1-3-1. All right, assuming that's that. So the 2 is actually April, and then the 5th is July on the clock. If you wrote this out in a circle, so 1-3, okay, assuming that, and then the beginning of the next month. So M is a character set, and I can't put M on here. I don't know if M is straight line, and a V in the middle. So it marks the calendar year. So the new year of that thing was March 25th, which is 1-3-1, starts March, and then 25 is letting you know that is the end at the right, because we read from left to right. May signifies that. Additionally, July ends is the 5th month with a Y. Okay, April begins with an A, which brings us back to 1-1-3. So we got to focus on the 2 now, which is 1. Oh, what was it? 1-6. I got to remember this. 1-8. Oh, 1-1-2. So on the precession rotation, 9 times 12 is 108. So that's the division of diameter to the Earth, to the Sun. You can look it up. It was on my prior post. So that does that. Then we got the same rule set as R. 1-6. Oh, I forgot what that was. It was the bottom. So, but what? God, what was it? Same as 1. What was 6? 6 is August. So, but 1-1, because the 6th month is August. So that's the 2 A's beginning. 2 drawing, so it's 26. But that don't make sense, because if that's binary, then that's 3. acknowledge, but that's not right either. What's the second? So it'd be 1 and then 14. I don't remember. My brain went wonk. So I'm just going to tell you what I know. August is divisor. It's A21, 7, 21, 9, 20. All right, so I know I take U out there. So it's AG, and then it's US, and then T is the divider. So you got to write the symbols out. You would write ST on top of each other for space-time, and then G on top of that, and then the 21 goes on top of the very things. So it's U inside. So it's U, G, ST. So basically, if you look up whatever the chemical compound for AU is, I believe it's gold or silver, I don't know which one. Take the foundation point that looks like a tack, put that in the front, last and first, gold tugs or silver tugs. So July is simple. July 10 to 1. And that's on 4 for June. So it's any lie. Anyways, I'm not getting into that. 1, 2, 1. And then the matching things back to back is 10 to 1. So that's that. So it's a little reverse engineer here. So that's supposed to be 2025. Then you add the secondary ones, which was 1, 4 for June, plus 1, 2 for that. So, and then it probably gives a time too, because that's how I do it. But it's, what is 25? Anyways, it's December 26, 20, 24. Very important date. So, well, I should have just put negative in there. Let's see what the grand total is. So, to write an end to that, it's a basic logic, and the keys are in there. So, I don't understand what's going on. It's really not hard. If you do the little research and just simply turn the clock around, then you have a simple understanding. So, but the problem then becomes is like, I can't prove the past. I can't prove this information. I don't know if it's fact or fiction. And it keeps keying out on me. You weren't supposed to see that. It's whatever. I'll change my passcode. That's 2026, obviously, which starts the whole thing. So that's where we're at. Full circle. So in the olden days, the 11th month was January. So that is 101, 4, Jan, U21, 1. So it does the simple logic right there, what we just did, and then 2-5 to remind you that the end of the year is on the 1st of March. I don't know how. Anyway, I'm done. February then does a cycle of 1, 2. So that would be at the very top. That's 2, 8. So that way you understand there's two different illustrations or 2 zeros of 12. So it's 12 plus 12 is 24 minus 12. Is it 28? It's 4. 29, 5. Anyways, there's different ways to work it. 144, and then, God, how do you get to 126 though? I'm just kerfluffled. Oh, the reason why for the T at the bottom, if you look at a T, it's like the bottom part of that symbol right there. It's dividing the bottom half. 126 divided by, it's not 180, is it? And that brings back to 7. All right, let's do it the other way. I don't think that's right though. 180, 126. Yeah, I'm not doing that. All right, I'm out. I don't understand it. I'm all wrong. It's all wrong. There's no way that being January, that being February, equates to September 2nd, where they removed 11 days to readjust the calendar of 1952 in that year for the, I forget the name. I think it's the Julian Calendar. So, but if you look up, oh, fuck. I'm not going into my thing, but it's in reverse. It says 2, 5. No, that was in reverse too. It's 2, 7. Too big. It's something like that. 2, 7, something. I don't know. I'm done. I'm out. Cashing it. Peace, love, and puppy poo. All right, sometimes life don't make sense, but if you look at the basic structure, turn it around a little bit, and just think to yourself, is this easier to work with? Does that make more sense? I know it's hard because I've never heard anyone say it, but I didn't make it up. This is just in history. So the fact that I made it my own and created stories around it, and since you haven't heard it before, then I'm the original one. So did I create time? Who knows? I did say I was a time traveler. And where I'm at, I'm partying with my family and friends. Love you. God bless.